General Chiwenga, when you went to war to fight against the Smith regime, was it not because you were saying that the Smith regime was oppressive against the black majority, and therefore you felt like you had no choice but to take up arms and dispose the Smith regime so that we can bring about democracy and freedom to the black population? Is it not the British Crown that facilitated the entrance of ZANU-PF into mainstream politics so that you and Robert Mugabe, Emerson Mnangagwa, Ujuru, and the rest of the ZANU-PF chiefs could take over power and lead the nation? How then, General Chiwenga, do you become worse than the Smith regime? You and Emerson Mnangagwa and the rest of the service chiefs who now run the country for their own selfish interests. Did you think that governance was something simple? Did you know that governance is actually self-sacrifice? Did you know that good governance is about letting other people live, letting other people eat, letting other people be, putting other people's interests before your own interests? Did you not know that? Now, therefore, General Chiwenga, I need you to know and understand very well so that when we have removed you and Item Mnangagwa from power, don't be disillusioned, wondering, Chichaitika is that you have become the Smith. And since you have become the Smith, the same British government, the same British Empire that helped facilitate you to remove Smith is the same empire that's going to facilitate our entrance as well into mainstream politics and dispose you of your power same. So don't be surprised. What have I done wrong? I've articulated to you what you have done wrong. And I'm sure you do understand that it is disingenuous of you to fight the Smith regime on the basis of them being oppressive to the black people, only for you to take over power and do far worse than what Smith was doing. Holy is the Lord. At least Smith built houses, provided jobs for the people. The reserves areas was a way of setting up an economic system that is not too cumbersome for the black population, and the towns were created and locations or marokesh, what we call malokishini now, was low housing areas for the black people to at least have a job, a decent job and be paid decent monies. But not this government. This government doesn't care about job creation. This government doesn't care about people. This government only cares about the gold mafia, the gold and the diamonds and the minerals that are on the ground. You do not know what those minerals are for, General Chiwenga. The person who put them there, God Almighty, you do not know why he put them there. It was to feed the entire nation, not your insatiable appetite, not the insatiable appetite of the ZANU-PF service chefs, but to feed the hungry nation. Look around Zimbabwe, General Chiwenga. Look around Zimbabwe. Look how hungry people are. Look at the grandmothers that are suffering. Look at them, diseased, can't even get proper treatment because you are the health minister, but there is nothing, there's no treatment in the hospitals. And then you justify yourself calling yourself a vice president and you want to defend that position. You want to defend that with what? Defend it with what? On what basis do you and Emerson Mnangagwa want to carry on electing after the election? On what basis are you even going to the ballot box? To do what? What exactly that it is that you want to do for the Zimbabweans? I will tell you what, absolutely zero, absolutely nothing. Everything that you want to do for your own selves against the interest and the will of the people, even the interest and the will of God Himself. When was the last time you went to a prayer meeting, General Chiwek? When was the last time you went to pray and ask God for forgiveness for the evil that you people are doing there in Zimbabwe? Now, therefore, let me tell you something. I will not tell you what God is going to do, but God is going to do what God is going to do when God does, when on that day, when God does what God does. And I don't want you to be surprised when it has happened. Kuti chichaitika. This is what has happened. It's called Judgment Day, and it is coming soon. And there's nothing any of you can do about it. Holy is the Lord. Have a good day.